Good morning. I am Peggy Picotti, the Community Development Block Grant Manager for Lackawanna County, and I'm here to present the 2023 CDBG application public hearing for the second hearing. The purpose of this second public hearing is to review the CDBG program for non-entitlement communities in Lackawanna County and to take any questions about the program. The Lackawanna County Department of Planning and Economic Development is the administering agency for the CDBG program. There are 11 entitlement communities and 27 non-entitlement communities in Lackawanna County, PA. To be considered an entitlement community, the community must have a population of 4,000 or more. It also must meet the current minimum standards of physical and economic distress of the Federal Urban Development Action Grant Program. The county will receive an allocation of $1,340,341 in the fiscal year 2023 CDBG funds from the Pennsylvania Department of the Community and Economic Development. A copy of the county's proposal for the fiscal year 2023 CDBG application will be available for public review in the Office of Planning and Economic Development for Lackawanna County at 123 Wyoming Avenue, the 5th floor. The county was accepting comments on the proposed use of the CDBG funds in its budget for FY23 until 4 p.m. September 28th. At this time, we have not had any comments. Lackawanna County for non-entitlement municipality program funds allocation is $226,967. The CDBG objectives are to assist communities in preparing CDBG plans designed to address significant needs of the low and low to moderate income. Also to assist communities in administering community development activities designed to address a number of community development needs identified in the community development plan, and encourage and assist communities to focus upon and address housing and community facility problems, and to pursue economic development and commercial revitalization activities through public-private investment initiatives that will result in the development and expansion of job opportunities within the Commonwealth. Example of eligible activities: water and sewer improvements, stormwater improvements, street improvements, park, recreation facilities, senior center facilities, fire station equipment, public facilities, other. Examples of ineligible activities are buildings or portions thereof used for general conduct of government, general government expenses, operating and maintenance expenses, political activities, the purchase of construction equipment, the purchase of fire protection equipment, the purchase of furnishings and personal property, and income payments. Fundability requirements. In order for an activity to be considered fundable, it must first be an activity which is eligible under the CDBG program's 3 requirements. The project must meet one of the 3 national objectives of the CDBG program in order to be considered fundable. They are benefit low to moderate income, which is a direct benefit to an LMI person. The CDBG funds will directly benefit an LMI person, such as in a housing rehabilitation program where LMI homeowners receive funds directly to address health and safety problems in the home. An indirect benefit to an LMI person is CDBG funds, which indirectly benefit a majority of at least 51% LMI persons, such as a sanitary sewer line reconstruction project in a given area where a minimum of 51% of the persons hooked up to the sewer line are LMI. Assumed benefit to LMI persons, which is CDBG funds, will be assumed to benefit LMI persons, such as senior citizens, senior center project, which benefits senior citizens, or an architectural barrier removal project, which increases access for the handicapped elderly person. These projects are assumed to meet LMI requirements according to the CDBG regulations. Limited clientele is a public service project limited to a specific group of people, such as senior citizens, disabled, or homeless, of which 50% are LMI. The prevention of Number 2 of the national objectives is the prevention of elimination of slum or blight in an area where a substantial number of deteriorated, dilapidated structures. A project to address this condition may qualify under this national objective. Activities may include acquisition of structures for demolition, relocation activities, or rehabilitation of structures. Applicants must define specific boundaries of blighted area and quantify the substantial number of deteriorated, dilapidated structures in accordance with CDBG requirements. Number 3 of the national objectives is the immediate threat to the health and safety of the community. Under this national objective, the applicant must clearly demonstrate a threat to the health and safety of residents. The condition must have developed and become critical within 18 months of the application for funds. In addition, the applicant must demonstrate that it is unable to finance the activity on its own and no other source of funding are available for this purpose. Other requirements. All proposals must be accompanied by an executed resolution adopted by the local governing body authorizing the submission of the proposal. Applicants must certify that all information is true and correct. Any false or misleading information discovered by the county, by Lackawanna County or DCED, which requires Lackawanna County to pay back grant monies to DCED, will require the applicant to pay these monies to Lackawanna County, plus any interest and penalties. For proposals which seek to retrofit or rehabilitate a public building, the public building must have prior state occupancy approval or the as-built construction plans from the Pennsylvania Department of Labor and Industry. All applicants must certify the title to properties on which proposed rehabilitation development is to be made, that the title to the property is in the name of the applicant and that the title is good and marketable. If there are easements or restrictions against the property, Lackawanna County will review each proposal for building suitability and legality. All applicants for sanitary sewer projects must have evidence of adoption of an updated Act 537 sewage facility plan. All applicants whose municipal boundaries lie within the Lackawanna River watershed must have an updated Act 167 stormwater management plan. All applicants must participate in the National Flood Insurance Program if their community has been classified as flood prone. Communities that have flood prone areas will be required as a grant condition to adopt and implement an appropriate floodplain ordinance that brings the community into full compliance with State Act 166. Communities that receive CDBG funds for the extension of water and or sewer services will be required as a grant condition to adopt an ordinance mandating that all residents intended to benefit from the improvements tapped into the extended system. If this type of ordinance has already been adopted, a copy must be provided to Lackawanna County. All applicants must apply with state regulations governing the use of state CDBG funds allocated under Act 179 of 1984. Additional state requirements are shown in the Statement of Assurances in the CDBG application. If there is any public comment or any questions, please contact me at Picotti, PICCOTTIM @LackawannaCounty.org. My phone number is 570-963-6830, extension 1356. And again, this is Peggy Picotti of the Community Development Department at Lackawanna County. This meeting is adjourned and it is 10:09 on October 4th,